Hello and welcome again to a video computer practice N6. We are now doing question 4a, and again I would like to reiterate the fact that this is not my original work. This is an assessment prepared by Alternative for the regional assessment, and this was with task number 3, which is the internal exam. Again, I believe I've cleared all plagiarism and copyrights, what that might come up once again. So we are now going to be doing question 4a, whereby we're being instructed to retrieve a character that is known as value or saved as value, which is this one, and then they want us to insert a footer as instructed. You'll not be inserting a footer with you, you'll be doing that on your own, okay? Okay, this is where we're at. Instruction number 2a, assign the name pay to the cell range K16 S17. This K16 S17 will be this one. No, sorry, it will be this one. This is the one. Sorry, yeah, this is the one. And then on the name box it shows as K16, but then you're now allocating the name pay to it. Now let's continue to read the instruction. They say make use of a function to determine pay for each of the actors. Now, because this reference table is horizontally arranged, the formula for that would be HLOOKUP. I prefer using this, but then it's entirely up to you. If you want, you may type it out, okay? So if you want, you may type it out, but I really prefer using this function box here. And then HLOOKUP. If you don't find HLOOKUP here, you can always search it here. In case you've never used this before, HLOOKUP, and then you press on go, it will take you straight to the formula. Okay, it's entirely up to you. So the lookup value is, what do we have which is a common factor between this table and the reference table? Well, we have the names as common factor. We have Jim here, and we also have Jim here. So we have these as common factors between the two tables. So I'll take Jim from this table, not from that one. I'm taking it from the source table, not the reference one, okay? And then table array is, where am I looking for? Where am I looking for the information from? Okay, where am I looking for the information from? I'm looking for the information from the pay reference table, which is this one. So you may either highlight the table or you may type in pay. It will automatically select the table for you, pay. To make an example, let's say I did not highlight it. Let's say I just decided to type it out. Pay, it still does the same thing. And then here is the information that will appear under the reference table. Row index number is the information that I'm looking for. On which row number is it in? So it's obviously in row number 2. So I'll put in 2. This is row number 1 of the table. And then the information that I'm looking for, which is the pay information, is on row number 2 of the reference table. That is why I put 2 in there. And then here all the time, whether there's thunder, lightning, rain or sunny, we'll put 0 at all times. Because 0 is for the exact logical value. It's not something that is close to it, but you're looking for something that is exactly it. So that is what you put 0 for. If you want, you may type in false. So it's either you put 0 or you type in false, but I think putting in 0 makes things even better. And then I'm going to press OK. So now it gives me that Jim is getting 0 pay. However, who's the next one? Annie is getting 5 million. And let me try to find Annie here. Indeed, Annie is getting 5 million. You see? So that is how you use one or HLOOKUP. Right, let's go on to the next one now. Make use of the correct text function and display the answers showing the name and surname of each actor. Leave a space between the name and surname. So you have your name on one column and your surname on one column. So what does this mean? It basically means that they want us to put these two together on this column. So they want this column to show both the name and the surname. They do not want this to show as separate here, but they want us to combine this here. So a formula that we're going to be using to combine these two informational details together while leaving a space in between is a formula known as concatenate. Okay, so it's a formula known as concatenate. Again, this is where I'm going to be looking for concatenate, and indeed I do have it here. But if you don't have it there in your most recently used, you can always feel free to search for the formula here and you shall find it. Make sure that you type in the correct spelling of the formula. It should be concatenate. Okay, so you press OK, and then which is my first text that I may want to include, it should be gym. Okay, and then my second one would definitely be the space, ne? And the third one would be the surname. So I can see here it shows us Jim Vani, although I had left the space here. So how do I ensure that there's space between Jim and the surname Vani? I'm going to include inverted commas, space, and inverted commas again. So it's the first text, and then on the second text it's inverted commas, space, inverted commas, and on the third text is going to be the second text. So I can see here already that is going to be Jim Vani with a space in between, as opposed to this one whereby we haven't put in the inverted commas. Okay, so that is how you do it. It's the same as the old concatenate, not basically the old concatenates, but how we've been doing concatenate, just that this time around we leave spaces between our details. I'm going a bit quicker or quickly because I'm trying to keep this video as only one part. I do not want to have two parts of the video. Okay, then what do they want us to do for character? Make use of a function to determine the character of each actor represented. Make use of the absolute cell reference. So they did not tell us which reference table to use, firstly, and they did not tell us to give a name to this reference table. But obviously, as you look around the screen, the only reference table that contains your characters would be this one, right? Were we told to insert or to assign a name to this reference table? No, we were not told. So we are not going to be assigning any name to it. Which formula are we going to be using? We are going to be using VLOOKUP because the data in this table is vertically arranged. Okay, so I'm going a bit quicker because I'm trying to keep this as one video. But if push comes to shove, I'm going to have to have two parts. What did I just say? I'm going to have two parts of the video. Anyways, English is not my mother. So lookup value is B. What do I have that is common between the two? Well, I have I have the actor's name. I have actor as the common factor between the two. And then table array is where am I looking this for? I'm looking it up on this table here. And then which column number is the information that I'm looking for in? It's in column number 2. So you press 2 in there, and then at all times this is going to be 0. Okay, and then here, because I did not assign a reference table, a name to the reference table, I have the cell addresses appearing here, so I am forced to include my absolute cell reference only because I did not assign a name to the table. When we did this formula here using this one, we had assigned a name pay to this table, so here we typed in pay, and because we had attached a name to it, we did not have to use an absolute cell reference. But then if we insert address like this, cell addresses like this, we have to, by all means, at any time, at all times, to include the absolute cell references. Okay, and then slinky dog goes in and the rest follows. Okay, and then we continue our thingy. Here we are. Now they want us to make use of the statement function to determine the total payout of each actor. They say if the actor's pay is equal to or greater than 220 million, a bonus of 25% will be added to their pay. So anything is it equal to or greater than 20 million, we're adding 25%. So I'm going to open this one up a bit so that it doesn't cover up my web this side. So the formula for this one would be if, open bracket, if the pay is greater than or equals 20 million, the value, if that is true, should be, let me put on a flashlight. There's load shedding here, so I'm a bit slow with using the buttons, but I've just put on the flashlight so that I could see my buttons well. Okay, so if the pay is greater than or equals to 20 million, the value, if true, should be this plus, open bracket, this times 25%. Okay, because here we are calculating 25% of the total pay and we are adding it back onto this one. Okay, and then we separate again, and then now we go back to the question. The question says, if the actor's pay is greater than or is equal to or greater than 1,750,000, a bonus of 7% will be added to their pay, otherwise an actor's pay must be displayed. So again, we say if, because this is a psychological test, this one once again, this one is greater than or equals to 1,750,000. The value, if true, would be this. Let me read this carefully again. Okay, so we are adding 7%, a 7% bonus to their pay. I just wanted to make sure that I got everything correctly. So it's going to be the same application again. Times 7%, close brackets, we separate. The value, if false, would be just their pay, and then we close, and then we close. Okay, and then you press enter. So that is how you do your if. I've explained this to you in class. I take this as a refresher. So if ever you happen to have forgotten how we do our if formula, this is how you go about with doing them. Unfortunately, we are already on 12 minutes of our video, and the video can only go up to 15 minutes. I cannot squeeze in the pivot chart and pivot table onto the video. I have to end this video here, and I'm very hopeful to be able to do the last parts of the exercise and post it as well. But then there's going to be a second part of this, I hope soon. But for now, do enjoy trying this at home. Toodles.